Hi, I'm JR with Cedar Porch Homestead, and if you look over my shoulder, you'll see our new Nigerian dwarf goats. And if you look at that blue building behind them, that used to be our doghouse. Well, my dog got evicted when we got the goats, so today we're building her a new doghouse. So this is way more than a scrap or debris pile. This is gonna be the new doghouse, because in true homesteader style, why go buy something when you can build it? So what do we have here? We have a couple pallets. We have a couple composite boards that's left over from our front porch. I've got some cedar boards. I've got some other just treated boards that were from a deck that was here when we first moved in. And I've got some tin for a roof, or I think it's gonna be a roof. We're gonna find out. Well, kind of like all our outdoor builds, time to set up the outdoor wood shop. Okay, so this is not a paid plug at all. However, if you are working around equipment, you're doing a lot of backyard homesteading, you're doing some construction, let me just encourage you, always protect your ears. We use the IsoTunes Aware because you can actually hear everything that's going on and still have that hearing protection. So we're gonna get to cutting some of this wood up. So what's really cool about these IsoTunes Aware is I can hear everything going on around me, and not only that, but I've got these connected to my phone and I'm listening to one of my favorite podcasts right now. So I've got the floor of the kennel all finished up. I used that composite decking on some cedar timbers that I had laying around, cut those down to some 2x4s. I had some concrete blocks laying around the shop that I was able to use for a foundation. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take these 4x4s like this that I had left over from the goat pen build, and I'm gonna cut those down on the table saw to make some 2x2s, and that's what I'm gonna use for the framework of the kennel. But let me just go ahead and show you what I'm doing. So what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna run this 4x4 through the table saw. I've got it set in 1.5 inches right now, and we're just gonna make several passes to make sure that this 4x4 is gonna give us 4 2x2s. So here we go. Well, and at the end, I've got 4 identical 2x2s. All right, so we're gonna take these new 2x2s and we're going to make some walls. Now on 2x2s, it's really important when you're using deck screws like this that you pre-drill a hole, because there's not a whole lot of meat to these. So as soon as you start putting that deck screw in, you're gonna split the ends. That's why you always wanna pre-drill when you're dealing with little bitty sticks of lumber like this. And two things about this that are really important. One, it's not finished work. We're not doing cabinetry here. And the second, it's a dog kennel, so it doesn't have to be so beautiful. right, so we got 3 of the walls built, and what we're gonna do is start setting our walls. Welcome to day 2. As you can see behind me, we have at least the structure and the foundation put together. If you look here, Reese has given it her inspection and we think her approval. So we're gonna try to get this thing knocked out today. And if not, we're really running out of time of having to get this thing done. And what is costing us so much time is the repurposing and using free items. So when you use free items, you got to break down everything. You have to mill it yourself. You have to do a whole lot of extra steps than when you just go to the box stores and you get that dimensional lumber. So one of the most time consuming things is what I'm going to show you right now. Welcome to day 3 of this build, and in case you were wondering, it takes a lot of time to get something looking this rustic, but let's finish this project today. I got a surprise for you. It's all finished. What do you think? What do you think, girl? Look. You want in? Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Huh? Kennel. Good girl. Yeah, you like it? Up. Up. Good girl. What you think? Huh? Yeah. So we got Reese all moved in. We're finished with this build. I think she's gonna really like her new kennel and her new doghouse. A lot of time went into making this rustic doghouse, but it was worth it because Miss Reese likes it. And if you like our content, go ahead and subscribe, hit that notification bell, give us a thumbs up, and we'll see you on our next video. Won't we, Reese? Yes. Yes.